today I'm going to be working on the emergency brake, and there's 3 bolts. You got one there, see, back there, and then there's another up top right there. So you got your 3. It won't stick, so I press and it'll like slip. Now what I used to have to do is kind of push it over a little bit and it'll stick. Notice it does the same thing in the junkyard. But another thing I want y'all to pay attention to is there is back here, I don't know if I could actually do it with the wheel, there is the emergency line that connects to a little bolt, and I'll show it when I get inside. How the emergency brake line works is, from what I know, what I've seen, you can see this little line here, excuse me, and it runs up underneath the car here. There's a little housing and it runs all the way back through under, okay? You can see it goes underneath the rear, or actually over the top of the rear chassis. And what I was saying on my car was this bolt here, oh, same thing here. It broke off, so it doesn't hold. It's supposed to actually, can't even get it, but it's supposed, this part here is supposed to sit on the actual, that part in itself. So when it pulls, you know, it's supposed to tighten this up. Okay, 13 millimeter, just to verify that it fits. 13 millimeter it is. I think those are either 7 or 8 millimeters. Screw that off and that should expose this for access. So I can't pull all the way out, even though the line down here is pulled in still. Yep, I'm about to cut that too. Alright, now lastly, this is the emergency brake sensor. You know, when you got your emergency brake on, it'll normally come up like right there. So this is the assembly, and this is obviously the line. Now, what, let me see. Okay. This is the first time I'm looking at this, just as the users, the viewers themselves. So, it pulls, and I assume it's supposed to click, and that's what keeps the brake locked. Now with mine, for some reason, it runs past it. I'm not sure as to why. I would actually have to take mine out to see why that is. But this part here, so I'm assuming I'm supposed to press it enough here to where, hard to do it in the camera angle, but press it enough. See, there it is. It's kind of getting loose. This is even difficult to do with it free. Yeah, doing this without it, but yeah, it's supposed to be like that, and then that loosens the cable. So here's the assembly in itself here. Alrighty, so I figured this out. Share this. So how it works is, you can see, I'll focus. There's 3 little prongs. There's 3 prongs. You got 1, 2, you got 3, right? And that, go back to where that hole is, fits in the hole, and once it gets in the hole, those prongs keep it from being pulled out. What you can do is, and specifically for this case, take a 13 millimeter, make sure it's long enough to where you can actually put it down in the hole. You got to put this back, you can see that hole there, and you just put pressure on it, right? And that will force this down and the prongs in, and it will slide right out. So here it is. So we click it in, right? And come over here. See it? Press down. You got to put some pressure on it now. You may not be able to do it by hand. I actually did it with a gun, or the what's the name? But yeah, press down with enough force, it'll pop it right out. So Put it down on the ground. Press it. You can see it clicked. And it's gonna get stuck. And you should just be able to pull it just like that. All right. So there it is. So this is the medium part. The harder part is going to be actually doing this on the actual vehicle itself. That's your live. This is a car we don't care about because it's dead, decommissioned in the junkyard. Oh, all right.